Good morning, good afternoon, geeks and gamers of all kinds. I am Shill, and I am joined with
Mike Bundy.
And you have joined us for an awesome episode of Geek Tavern Radio. We're so happy that you hit the download button and decided to join us. We are going to talk about some of the big news throughout the week that has come like pre-E3, right? Like it's getting to the point now where we're getting E3 news before E3.
Yeah, so what happens at E3?
Right, exactly. More news, I suppose. But, we're going to talk about Pokemon Quest, and we're going to talk about Pokemon Let's Go a little further down the road, a little bit more in-depth. But we're going to talk about a couple littler stories, teaser trailers that we got that we're excited for, and I'm really excited for some of the DLCs that are coming, like the one that was announced with Mario and Rabbids, the Donkey Kong DLC.
Yep.
There's a weird little thing on that says that it's coming this spring. I think spring's over.
Very, very true.
Yeah, on the Nintendo Switch news, it says that it's coming this spring.
Yeah, spring's over, summer's here.
Yeah, I think officially we're getting to the point, I think it happened on the calendar already.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
So I think we're past that chunk of time. Someone should let Nintendo know. But, this looks really fun. It looks like you're going to be able to play as Donkey Kong, Rabbid Peach, and, what's his name? Cranky Rabbid? Rabbid Cranky. That's it, Rabbid Cranky.
Which is the Donkey Kong version that beat the hell out of Mario.
Right, yes. Cranky Kong is the mean Donkey Kong from the original Donkey Kong game. But for those of you that didn't know that little tidbit of information is now
most people wouldn't know that. I only knew that because another podcast that I listened to had said that, so that's the only reason I knew. So
yeah.
Share the wealth.
Amen. So this DLC looks great. You're gonna take on what was his name? Rabbid Kong. That he was one of the first bosses in the original game, and he's gonna come back and make a grand return and try to take over Donkey Kong Island.
I need to try to play that game again.
I love it. I haven't completed it 100%. For those of you who have been longtime listeners, Dax put that as one of his top 5 games of 2017, and I dove into it, and I love it. I would recommend it to anyone to give it a try. But, it's super fun. So this DLC has me really excited. I can't wait to jump into a new experience with new characters and new weapons and cool perks, maybe even more challenges.
I just, the one thing that Donkey Kong can do is this cool attack where he, swings on a vine or whatever.
Right.
And,
they have maps that are designed exclusively for him to do that ability with.
Yeah, it's so cool to... You'll be able to go back into older levels, I assume, and maybe do them better or whatever with Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I think that they'll add those characters to the challenge modes, just so that you have the selection, but through the challenges and select those characters. They haven't officially announced that, but I assume that it's going to be added capabilities because they created the post game of that to be a very fun experience where you can do that. Mm-hmm. You can go back through the original levels and just destroy some of the characters with the upgraded weapons that you have.
Right.
So I'm excited to see what this new DLC adds to the whole experience on the Switch. I'm interested to see with our next announcement what this does to the Mario Kart racing dynamic that's happening on the Switch.
They announced Team Sonic Racing, which will be this year sometime. I don't remember what it said, but it'll be this year. And with this announcement, I assume the timing is planned, but you can get Sonic Racing Transformed on the backwards compatibility on Xbox One for free.
Starting on June 1st, which I guess was yesterday.
Yeah, and I actually have been playing the crap out of it because the only time I ever played it was back in the day before Mario Kart 8 came out.
Right.
We used to play it.
On the Wii U too.
Yeah.
Right. So I would imagine that it didn't have the functionality that it, or the smoothness that it does on Xbox One or PS4.
I think it runs about the same, to be honest.
Okay.
But I mean, to actually have to unlock these characters, like, that's what's keeping me going. Like, I'm going through the story, unlocking the characters in the Transform game. So, like, what I've heard so far is this one's going to be the same. Like, there's going to be, like, a career mode or whatever, you know, you call it in the racing games. But, I mean...
150 cc's.
Well, yeah, they don't
There's only one good racing game.
They use just easy, medium, and hard. I don't know if it gets faster, actually, so I don't know. But, you know, there's difficulty levels, but...
Well, see, here's the thing about it. I really did enjoy playing that game, and it was cool that it was cross-platform.
Yeah.
So, like, you could play it on Xbox, and you could play it on PlayStation. Has this one been announced for the Nintendo Switch as well?
Yeah, it's Xbox, PS4, Switch, and Steam.
And Steam?
And Steam.
I had no idea that those games were available on Steam.
I mean, I don't know if the other one was, but this one, Team Sonic Racing, will be.
Well, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks to be a promising series. I'm sure that each progression in the series has gotten better, so I'm sure that this game will do its best to match Mario Kart.
What I'm excited for is to see, like, the character list, because I forgot this, but the last one had like Ralph from Wreck-It Ralph. It had Danica Patrick for some reason.
Huh.
But so, like, I'm excited to see, like, what kind of crossovers, like, how nuts would it be if somehow, since Sonic is in Mario Kart, like...
But no, Smash Brothers and the Olympics game, he's not in Mario Kart.
Sonic's not in Mario Kart?
I think you can get the amiibo suit.
Oh, that's right. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking of.
All right, never mind then. I was going to say how cool it would be if they just put Mario in.
It would be really neat. Because
maybe even just in the Switch version.
Yeah, just as an exclusive.
Yeah.
Because, like, Sega has been very close with Nintendo over the past few years.
Right.
With the Mario and Sonic games, and then Sonic being in Smash Brothers, and those games finding great success on Nintendo consoles. I mean, we have Sonic Mania, which was immensely popular on the Switch. That was such an incredible game to go and play, and they're getting DLC soon. It's a free add-on on the 17th of July. They're getting I think two or three new characters. I think it's two. But it's going to change the way the game's added. I don't know if it's getting updated levels or anything. I just know it's characters for sure. But that's something.
Yeah, they're calling it Sonic Mania Plus or something.
Yeah, and it's a free add-on because it's coinciding with the physical release of the game.
Yeah, if you bought it previously, you get the update for free.
Yeah. So yeah, and they're getting a physical release for that game on cartridges and discs. So they're adding that additional chunk of content for folks to spend the money on the physical copy.
But yeah.
Okay.
Well, moving on, because I don't know what else to talk about with
I don't know how to segue. I don't know how to segue on these.
Yeah, whatever. Up next, we got Rage 2.
Don't know what that is.
Which, I didn't play a lot of it. Rage 1 was on the 360. It's a Bethesda game. I'm trying to think how to describe the first one. Like, it was very Fallout-ish in the sense that, like, it seems like a post-apocalyptic, post-apocalyptic world. But, like, you can drive vehicles. I think that's basically the difference.
Okay.
It's kind of like a Mad Max kind of world. The first one, you were kind of guided through it. But this one, they said, is straight up like an open world kind of thing. And it looks nuts. I mean, just watch the trailer. I don't know what else to say about it. I don't know too much about it. But I'll probably play it at some point.
You mentioned Bethesda, yeah.
Yeah, sticking with Bethesda. I mean, this is probably one of the biggest ones. Not for you.
No, but it's still exciting in the gaming world.
Yeah. They announced Fallout 76, which we don't know much about.
At the time of this recording, I believe that the reveal trailer is dropping tomorrow.
Okay. So we might know more, for next week's podcast.
Yeah.
And we can update on that. But from right now, speculation is that it's going to be an online Fallout.
Oh.
Like, Like
they did with Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, kind of something like that, which I don't know how I feel about, because then you can't have the VAT system, which is, you can target on a limb.
Yeah.
And it slows time down. Obviously,
right.
that won't work then, so I don't know.
Unless it's a turn-based battle. And then they let you target on your turn and then have the damage calculator or something. We'll see what it reveals.
Yeah, but I mean, at first I was like, well, what if this is, I don't know, something kind of like a mini game? Because Fallout 76 doesn't sound like a title in which like a Fallout 4 or a Fallout New Vegas, like it's Fallout 76. Like, it sounds kind of weird to me.
Right.
So I thought, without seeing the trailer before I saw it, I thought, well, maybe it's like a Fallout Shelter kind of thing.
Right.
Like, it's just kind of there. But after seeing the trailer, like, it's Fallout 4 graphics.
Okay.
It's
so it could be a spinoff from similar to the level that New Vegas was a spinoff. Could have been built on the same engine.
Also,
the same world.
The Fallout 76. There is actually like, we do know that Fallout 76 is known as like the shelter where people like actually lived in it. Like, people didn't, just die. Okay, Fallout 3 starts off and you escape the shelter because like you find out they're corrupt or whatever, so you get out. And in Fallout 4, like, you're in a shelter where everybody's dead. You're the only one that...
Right. I did play, the first half hour of Fallout 4. My brother had it on PC, and he won. I mean, that's his favorite game.
But anyway, Fallout 76, it's 76 is known as, like, a thriving community. They live day to day there.
Okay.
So, like, and it takes place something like 200 years before any of the Fallout games.
Oh.
So... like, it'll be interesting. I don't know if you'll really get to venture outside of Vault 76.
Okay.
Like, it might be only in that area.
Okay.
Which would be weird. But
Right. Yeah, it's I don't know much about the Fallout universe, and as that trailer drops tomorrow, Sunday, the 3rd, as that drops, I'm sure we'll have discussions about moving forward and having a deeper conversation about the Fallout trailer.
Right.
So, another little nugget that we have here, Mike, is that there was a new Lego game announced.
Yeah.
That is Lego DC Villains.
Yep. That's what it's called.
So you're basically just going to be evil characters. And
I don't know if we know much about... Yeah, I don't know if we know much about this other than, like, it was announced.
Oh, okay. So we got, like, a little teaser.
Honestly, I don't know if there was a trailer. I didn't really get that far with all the rest of this stuff that came out. It kind of got buried.
Yeah.
I love Lego games. I'm probably the only person that I know that really plays them.
Well, I like the Lego games. Harry Potter was one of my favorite Lego games.
Yeah.
And I really loved Lego Star Wars, and I even liked some of the Lego Marvel games that I played briefly with you.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I Lego Pirates of the Caribbean left a really sour taste in my mouth. I just didn't like that game.
I didn't get very far in that one.
Yeah, it just wasn't as good. So I don't know. The superhero genre seems to be where they should stay.
But there's been a couple. Lego Batman 3 specifically is it's a great game. Like, there's tons of characters. One of my favorite things was there was a Batman 75th anniversary level.
Yeah.
And you actually got to, like, play on the Batman 66 stage.
Oh, wow, that's funny.
Like, it was, like, they had the track that you run on.
Okay.
To go, like, because they're driving a car down the road.
Right.
You were on the set of Batman 66.
That's hilarious.
And, so, like, the Lego DC games have been great as well. At least after Lego Batman 3.
I played the first Lego Batman, I think, and I had a fun time playing that one as well. So, I mean, it's going to be neat to see what they do with the DC villains, because they're all going to be superpowered. They're all going to have their own special abilities. So it'll be one of those types of games that that you'll be able to do the full scope of what the Lego Star Wars and probably Lego Harry Potter stuff did.
I mean, my experience with the Lego games is don't buy them day one because they go down in price immediately.
Yeah, they're very quick to.
I don't buy them day one.
Yeah,
and I know that's if you like a game, you should support it. But I mean, it's just not worth it when you talk in those games because they just go down in price.
Right. Well. So this is our last final thing that I want to touch on before we jump into Pokemon. There is one last game that I just recently found out about that I had no clue was coming to the Nintendo Switch.
Oh.
And it's a free-to-play game.
Oh, yeah?
So, Fortnite is coming to Nintendo Switch. And I had no idea that was the case.
That was announced after all of this, and I forgot all about that.
Yeah, Fortnite is coming to Nintendo Switch. So that's a super interesting conversation.
I mean...
I'm curious if it's going to be free-to-play online with the Nintendo Switch having the paywall multiplayer. I know that it is on PlayStation 4. You can play Fortnite without having PlayStation Plus.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
So, I think it's a way that they contract with the developers of the game and stuff. But yeah, I was pretty surprised to see that as I was scrolling through some of the news that popped out this week.
A lot of people that I follow on YouTube and such, they've all said it's going to happen eventually. Just because of the fact that it's on mobile.
Right, yeah.
Like, it runs on mobile. If it
can run on mobile, it can run on Switch. Which is absolutely amazing. And free-to-play games on the Switch intimidate me a lot. Because Nintendo markets towards kids. I mean, that's the demographic that they're pushing for is kids and families. Period. End of story. And, that's a whole meta conversation that we can have, whether or not they're a real gaming company and this and that, whatever. It's not something that I even want to dive into because, I love Nintendo more than I love any other company.
Yeah.
But, Pokemon Quest is a game that was announced this week with all the Pokemon news, and apparently they are very aggressive microtransactions.
All right, so this kind of almost become a controversial topic because it's a free game.
Yeah.
But the way people are talking about it is it's free to start. But you know what? That's actually honestly a crappy way to put it because
that's Nintendo's language. That's what Nintendo said.
But it's essentially free to play. You do not have there's been people that I follow has spent no money on it, and they've basically completed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you don't have to spend any money on this game.
Okay.
At any point.
Well, that's nice. So
you just have to grind more to get what you want.
So what I understand is that, and there's a time element to it, right?
Well, you have to. It's mobile. It's a mobile game in every sense. You get these coin things or whatever, and they have to replenish.
Over a period of time. But you can spend real money to make
get more.
That faster. Okay.
Yes.
So patience is really a virtue when you're playing something like this. And when you have kids and they don't know about patience, you've really probably got to have some strong parental controls on that Switch or just not have a credit card linked to it.
Right. Well, and to dive more or explain it more, each expedition, as they call them, costs 1 coin. I don't know what they are. They're I think they're lightning bolts or something.
Okay.
But it costs 1 to do a mission, and you have 10 or something.
Okay.
It replenishes up to 10. So you can do 10 expeditions in a matter of an hour. And then you have to wait. I don't know what the wait is, but I'm just going to say, 4 hours. You have to wait 4 hours for your 10 things to replenish. And then you can do the cycle over again. So yeah, it's a mobile game in every sense. If you ever played a mobile game,
Well, and
like
that's fine because it is going to be a mobile game too. They're gonna put that game on mobile
next
eventually.
month. Actually,
yeah, it's not launching immediately. It launched for the Switch when it was announced, but it's coming to mobile next month.
I saw it before I even heard of it being announced. I'm like, what is this?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that's an experience, and it's neither here nor there. They have several different mobile games for Pokemon now.
I've played more since the last time I talked to you about it. I've played it more, and I do think it is enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like, I would say play it, just in the aspect that you get to collect Pokemon.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's people's favorite part about Pokemon.
It's not the traditional, catch the Pokemon. You have to cook the... You have this pot that you have to cook different ingredients, and different ingredients attracts different Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
So they kind of just become your friend.
Yeah,
when you unlock them.
Similar to like some of the other spin-off Pokemon games.
Yeah, I've never played them, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean it's enjoyable for what it is. It's free.
Okay.
Enjoy it. It's Pokemon.
And exactly, enjoy it. It's Pokemon.
Yeah.
There are
it's Minecraft Pokemon. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, the little blockiness, the pixelated stuff.
Because kids love that stuff. Apparently, like that's the cool thing now.
Well, we loved it when we were
Roblox.
kids.
Yeah. Roblox.
So what I've realized over this past week, with all of this Pokemon news that are coming out, and Nintendo probably realized this years ago, there are two types of Pokemon players.
Yeah.
Okay? There are the Pokemon players who love to collect the Pokemon, and that's the point of Pokemon to them. And then there are the core RPG folks, right, that love diving into the EVs of the Pokemon, the effort values that you get each time you defeat a specific Pokemon. Like, I'm probably wrong on this, so like hardcore Pokemon fans can chastise me all they want on this one. And I'm one of these players anyway, I just have to use a guide. But like when you defeat a Pidgey, you get an effort value and attack. That's probably wrong. But whatever, for the point of this conversation. So like you get one effort value for your attack stat whenever you defeat a Pidgey. Right, and there are those types of players that know that information and play the game and fine-tune their Pokemon to the perfect effort value, to the perfect IVs, which is a stat that you roll. It's basically eugenics in Pokemon. It's crazy. But, so there are two types of players. There's the casual, I want to catch them all, versus the hardcore RPG player. And Nintendo realized this and is starting to separate the two ideas of Pokemon, right? The Pokemon Go player loves the collectathon. Right. There are the hardcore folks that do the raids and engage in the gyms, but the game isn't designed for those people any longer, right? It was for a little bit, and they've kind of transitioned away from it, probably as Game Freak got more involved. And you can now catch legendary Pokemon outside of raid battles, which is an amazing addition to Pokemon Go. But it seems like Pokemon Let's Go, with merging the Pokemon Go community with an RPG, if you want to even call it that, on Nintendo Switch, it seems like they are appealing to those Pokemon players who just want to catch the Pokemon.
Yeah.
With this franchise.
There's a couple things I want to talk about when we get into this. Is you brought up the IV, what is it?
EVs and IVs.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I was right in both sense. When we talk about that, so you can bring your Pokemon over from Pokemon Go.
Yep. Which we don't know what the capability of that is yet. Right.
But speculating, like, you can get a perfect IV Pokemon, but they only have 3 IVs in that game.
Exactly.
In Pokemon Go.
Exactly.
So when you bring them over, there's kind of speculation, like, what's going to happen, because it's going to have to randomly have 3 other IVs.
Well, that's and again, we don't know that, right? Well, we don't know anything about this Pokemon Let's Go. So, okay, we didn't even really talk about what this game is.
Well, yeah.
We just kind of dove into the hardcore RPG conversation. So, before we dive in...
I just didn't want to forget that
yeah, right.
topic.
So, so there is... Pokemon Let's Go seems like it's designed for a casual player. And then Game Freak has announced that there is a more traditional RPG coming down the road in 2019. So...
We'll get there.
Exactly. So, for Pokemon Let's Go, basically, our episode a couple weeks ago has covered all of the rumors, and it turns out that nearly all of the rumors were true.
Yeah.
Right? Pokemon Follow You, it takes place in Kanto. You have the Pokemon Go compatibility. You throw Pokeballs by flicking your Joy-Cons. The trailer is absolutely amazing. It's great to watch. It looks very fun and very exciting. We have these cool elements that are coming from Pokemon Go for the audience that plays that game. So it's super exciting. If you haven't seen the trailer, go and check it out, because now I just want to get into our analytic discussion. Because we've covered all of the rumors, and the trailer's on fire on the internet right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, going back to the IVs and the EVs that come in, I don't think that this game is going to put a lot of emphasis on those things.
They also have confirmed that once you bring a Pokemon over from Go, you cannot put it back.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. I had no idea.
I'm pretty sure that is confirmed. I guess you can tear me apart if it's not, but I'm pretty sure I heard that it is.
Right, because you can send it to that Pokeball, which basically links to Go. I thought that you could send them back and forth.
I don't know. We'll have to look that up.
Well, we don't know. We're not positive.
Well, yeah.
Right? I can't imagine anyone is
Well,
positive.
a podcast that I was listening to, I'm pretty sure they said that Nintendo or Game Freak or somebody confirmed that once you put them on there...
Like it's Pokebank, basically. You take the Pokemon from...
You can transfer from Go to Let's Go, but you can't go from Let's Go to Go.
Okay. Well, that's very interesting.
And they're speculating that it's because when you bring it over, it's going to have to add more IVs or whatever.
So if they go deep into...
All speculation, but...
If they go deep into IVs and EVs in this game... then we're probably going to see a little bit more of a competitive community evolve out of it, right?
Oh, there's definitely going to be
They have an online capabilities, right? There was a miscommunication and mistranslation about the online capabilities. There's no Wonder Trading, there's no GTS. But again, there's only 150 Pokemon in this game. 151 maybe with Mew. You'll be able to transfer Mew over from Go. So yeah, 151 Pokemon.
The new Pokemon that we don't know what it is.
Right, 152 Pokemon.
Yeah.
So there are some really cool features that are coming. I'm really excited to see how we transition back and forth between Go and Let's Go, because they have that Pokeball Joy-Con. I'm curious.
Oh, there is going to be the Alolan forms in Go, or in Let's Go.
Yeah, right, because they're putting them in Go now, and you can transfer them over. I mean, Alolan Grimer is the coolest Pokemon, and Alolan Muck is just so awesome. But I'm really excited to see what grows out of this.
Another thing that people are speculating is maybe because of the way they update Go, and we're up to what, Gen 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever we're up to. What if they can update Let's Go, annually, and they work it up to where you can get all the Pokemon?
Right. I think that has something to do with the fact that combat power, CP, is present in Pokemon Let's Go, right? So, like, say you could get a Pokemon to level 100, but its combat power isn't,
good,
isn't super great, right? So, like, you say maybe you can go to Johto region after you finish Kanto and then go catch Pokemon over there with different combat powers, right?
I mean, I don't know if we'll go to different regions, but I'm just thinking that they're going to have the ability to update, what Pokemon are transferable or even catchable
Oh, totally.
In Let's Go.
Yeah, and then to have real turn-based battles with your Pokemon from Pokemon Go. I mean, I've wanted to be able to transfer my Pokemon from Go into the Pokemon Bank for a long time.
And there's going to be two different types of people with Pokemon Go and Let's Go. There's going to be the people that are like, I still like to play Go, so I'm not going to transfer my, 1,000 CP whatever.
Right.
Or several thousand. I don't know what the...
Well, I really hope that you can go back and forth. Like, I really hope that that's that speculation or that conversation isn't the case.
Yeah. Well,
Right?
I hear you.
I would really love to be able to go back and forth.
I'm about 99% though that maybe if you brought it from Go, maybe it can go back. But I'm pretty sure they at least said that if you catch it in Let's Go, you can't put it on Go.
Okay. Yeah,
maybe that's what they meant. I don't know. But
It's so strange to me, and here's why. Because I know that the Pokeball, you can transfer a Pokemon to that Pokeball and walk with it. I also know that Pokeball is fully compatible as a Pokemon Go Plus. That little thing that you can attach to Bluetooth.
Which I want to buy.
Right.
Why not?
Right. But that Pokeball is 100% compatible and linkable with Pokemon Go.
Right.
So, like, I'm just skeptical as to... why you wouldn't be able to have that Pokemon as your buddy Pokemon and walk with it.
Here's what I'm thinking. Like, after you transfer it and you can't transfer it back, here's what I'm thinking. Like, if you bring a Pokemon from Let's Go to the Pokeball, it can only go back to Let's Go.
Yeah.
If you bring a Pokemon from Go to the Pokeball, you can only put it back to, like... It only goes one way with it.
Okay. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I understand completely what you're saying. I just hope that that's not the case.
No, I know.
Yeah, so, like, I want this game to be full range of
I don't
back and forth compatibility.
I don't at all have all the information. I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure that's what I heard.
So it's also confirmed that your starter Pokemon cannot evolve.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So,
So basically... Get Pikachu version.
Well, that's not entirely true. You can catch other Eevees and evolve other Eevees.
So you can so it's not like Yellow in the traditional sense where you can't catch a freaking Pikachu.
Yeah, right. So no, they did confirm that you can catch other Pikachus and other Eevees to evolve them.
And I'm totally fine with that because that's your
Right, that's your partner, that's your starter.
I never wanted to evolve Pikachu in the original Yellow. Like, it never bothered me. I'm like, it's freaking Pikachu. You start the game with him.
Right. And Pikachu's not a bad Pokemon.
It never bothered me with, playing Red or Blue, to evolve that starter, because that's the way that works. But, like, Yellow was supposed to be the anime.
Yeah.
Or at least that's how I approached it.
Well, yeah, no, it totally was. That's why Jesse and James were present, and
right.
Meowth and all of Team Rocket was focused basically on the anime.
Let's talk a little bit. I don't know how long we can talk about it, but let's talk a little bit about the fact that this is a Yellow reimagining, as I'm going to call it.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is.
It's not a remake because it doesn't work the same as the core. It's not a core game.
It's not a sequel. Either. It's a reimagining.
Reimagining, I think, is the correct word. I don't know what they're using, but... So, I hope that basically story-wise, it goes the same way. Maybe some tweaks here and there, obviously.
Right. I know that Gary and Ash, or Red and Blue, they'll probably be in the games. I know that they will be present in these games in some way.
Well, yeah, because you don't start out as Red.
Right, exactly. You're not Red.
Right.
So yeah, they will be present in some way. I mean, we've already...
well, could Red be part of the Elite Four?
Right, exactly. And same with Blue.
Right.
Right, like maybe Blue is the champion and then Red is the final battle. We'll find out. Or a gym leader. Blue becomes a gym leader in the Johto games, and maybe he's the final gym leader, or maybe he's leading Team Rocket, or maybe Giovanni is present. We didn't see Giovanni.
We need Giovanni as the 8th gym. Like, if this is a Yellow reimagining, I think he has to be the gym leader.
So we'll see how it goes story wise. I'm excited for sure. Version differences are obviously going to be present.
Right.
There are going to be Pokemon that you can only catch in Pikachu versus Eevee.
Yeah.
Pokemon following you is super cool. I'm really excited. I caught a glimpse of the Safari Zone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in the trailer.
I forgot all about that.
Yep, I caught a glimpse of the Safari Zone.
Can't wait for that.
Yep, I caught a glimpse of Vermilion City in there. It's so exciting. Right?
I need to go watch it again.
Yeah, right? I've only watched it like 17 times. But
I've actually only watched it two times, I think.
Yeah, right.
But
so yeah, I'm real excited for this game and for the reimagining. I'm interested to see what they do with stats with Pokemon that are coming from Go, and then I'm interested to see what is going to be coming in official Generation 8 with the RPG down the road at 2019. I have to think that this game is it's going to be built on the same engine, and they just threw Kanto at it just to pacify people until 2019.
Well, I think what it was they wanted a game that kind of went with Go.
Right.
I think they wanted to do that, and they were like, oh my god, this actually was really simple to make.
Yeah.
You know what? Screw it. Let's already start working on the next core game.
Yeah.
So that's I think what we're doing.
Well, yeah, and they announced that, they announced that they were working on that core RPG last year at E3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they've had a full year to work out and produce this game, and as well as the Let's Go game that they're not putting out, and it's probably not 100% finished until November.
Yeah.
Right? So they've got until November to finish Let's Go, and then a whole nother year to work on whatever this core RPG game is, right? Which is going to be the in-depth traditional Pokemon game that we're expecting
it'll be
Game Freak to make.
It'll be obviously the sequel to Ultra Moon or whatever.
Right. It'll be the Generation 8, and we get the first Pokemon from Generation 8 in Pokemon Go and Pokemon Let's Go.
Yep.
And that's really exciting.
Yep.
Right? Like, I can't wait to see what that's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's going to be an exciting time.
I mean, we're a long way. Fan. Yeah, we're a long ways away from the 2019 Pokemon game, as we'll call it. But I hope when that time comes, to briefly mention, I hope somehow we can transfer our Pokemon from our 3DSs over.
I'm not going to be mad if we can't.
I mean, I'm not going to be upset, but like.
Right? Because
I just got a shiny today.
Yeah, exactly. You just got a shiny today. So, my biggest concern about that is that if I would love them to redesign the stat pool entirely. Like, I keep the same core elements, but figure out a way to change some Pokemon stats, change the metagame significantly, because this is a new time period. Buff some Pokemon that might not be great. Nerf some Pokemon that I can't stand to battle against. Landorus, get rid of that guy. But this is a lot of hate coming my direction. But yeah, change stats. I would love to see some of the hacked Pokemon that are super present in the 3DS community. Honestly, to be left behind. I wouldn't be incredibly angry if that were the case. I've put a lot of time and effort into my Pokemon on the Pokemon Bank, but if I can't take them forward, I'm not going to be super salty about that.
And the 3DS essentially isn't dead anyway.
No,
I mean,
right?
we're not going to get...
They just announced a 2DS Zelda.
Right. I mean, we're not going to get a new Pokemon game on that platform, but there's a ton to be able to play up until that point.
That's valid. So, yeah, super exciting time to be a Pokemon fan. Super exciting time to be a Nintendo fan. Super exciting time to be a video game fan.
Yeah.
Because E3 is coming up in just 1 week.
Oh my god, is it that close?
Yeah, just 1 week from now.
Well, we're slacking on these E3 predictions.
Yeah, right? So, I genuinely don't know what to predict. I think that I think the thing that I'm gonna say that I want the most out of E3 is an Animal Crossing announcement.
Yeah.
And that's, I'm just saying that entirely for my wife. No, realistically.
We would play the crap out of it too.
I know. But my wife really wants an Animal Crossing, and I really want an Animal Crossing.
Here's one thing that I wanted to talk about that I thought of after we started recording. There was a picture of supposedly Sony's lineup for E3.
Okay.
And on that list, like I have goosebumps right now as I'm about to talk about it. On that list, supposedly, was PS2 and PS3 backward compatibility.
Oh, yes, I did see that.
Now,
I did see that.
If that happens, buy Xbox. I'm done.
Right. Well, here's the thing about that too, is that the PS2 has such an extensive library.
Yeah.
My guess is because of the way the discs were made, with the blue discs and everything, that you would have to have something where you downloaded the game. Right.
Well, it's gonna work just like Xbox. Like Xbox, you put the disc in and it downloads the game.
Right.
Like it doesn't read off of the game.
Right.
It just reads what the game is, and you basically, it's your key to unlock that game.
Okay. Yeah, that would be something that would absolutely blow away a lot of the competition, right? Because, I mean, Xbox is working at getting all of the original Xbox games backwards compatible, right? Like, they are trying to make sure that you can play all your old games.
They're so slow on it, though. It's only like once a month we get 5 games.
Well, yeah, it's probably a very difficult process.
Yeah, but
there's these compatibility issues with new operating systems. I mean, there are programs that you can't run in Windows that are old programs.
I mean, there's a bunch of 360 games that like they should have hit already and they haven't.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is cool that they went back the whole way to the original Xbox.
Yeah. So I mean. And Sony
will play Black on an Xbox One. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, that's super cool, and I really hope that they do something strong with it.
I mean, like I said, if there's one thing that I hope is true for Sony, is that. Like, that would be nuts.
Yep. And
because my PS3 sucks anyway.
I would love to see some fresh first-party titles from Microsoft. My biggest guess for what Microsoft's going to do this year is that they're going to close on a Halo 6 teaser trailer.
I mean, that's I'm not going to say it's a given, but, like, it's time.
Yeah.
Like...
Right. Halo 5 was, 2 years ago now?
Something like that, yeah.
So my guess is that they'll close on a Halo 6 teaser trailer.
Would we be pushing more than 3 years?
No, I don't think so. I don't think we're at 3 years for that. No, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see at least the title of Halo 6, right? Yeah. So if not,
I don't think we'll see it.
Some level of trailer.
Yeah, we won't see it this year.
Not the gameplay, no. But the trailer for sure. At least some kind of cinematic trailer.
So with Sony. I want to see more on Spider-Man, because that game's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, that's coming out this year, isn't it?
September 7th.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 3. Hope we get some more on that.
First party title from Sony. What would you expect? Something that, was their IP. Twisted Metal. The return of Twisted Metal.
I would lose my mind.
Yeah.
I would totally lose my mind.
Well, they play very close with Destiny too.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll have a big Destiny announcement at E3 as well for Sony. They just had their latest DLC drop. And it was not well received.
It's on the 5th here in a couple days. Bungie announced that they're going to announce year 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like that's coming Tuesday, I believe it is.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll see some gameplay and stuff of things that they're gonna do. So that's good. I'm glad that that's coming up.
Which I hope people hop back on board on that. For God's sake, nobody plays the damn thing.
I love Destiny, but I don't have a console.
I know. Like I play the crap out of it on either console.
Yeah. So it's an exciting period of time, and then Nintendo. I think that we'll see the next 10 games in the online service. We'll get the name of all those. They obviously have Smash Brothers, which hopefully is going to be huge. Hopefully,
they give us more info on how those 20 games work.
Yeah.
We're gonna see. I think we're gonna see Metroid.
Yeah, at least a cinematic trailer.
Yeah, we might not see gameplay.
That's not coming out this year.
No, there's no way. We got Smash Brothers this year. I want to know if it's a port or not.
It's not. There's no way at this point
pretty sure.
It's not.
I'm pretty sure it's not as well. But I just want confirmation.
Right.
I like confirmation.
And I'm comfortable even if it is a port, but that's neither here nor there.
I just want to play Smash.
Right.
Obviously, I think we'll see more on Pokemon Let's Go. Maybe, actually. I don't even know.
Yeah, Game Freak does their own thing.
Okay.
You know, and the Pokemon Company, they do their own thing. So we'll see something. We'll see something, but not.
I think there's
not to the level that we expect. So yeah. So continue with your thought.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like what else I think Nintendo could pull out.
We'll see actual gameplay from the Octo trailer.
Well, that's coming out in July. I don't even know if they'll really say anything about that, to be honest.
Then we'll also... I want to see an Animal Crossing from Nintendo. We'll see full gameplay of Smash Brothers because they have that tournament.
Yeah, I just want Smash Brothers.
Is Nintendo going to steal E3 again this year?
Probably.
Like, Sony and Microsoft will straight up have to do something crazy.
Think personally, and this is probably just me being biased just because I play mostly Nintendo and Sony. But, like, I think it'll be, back and forth with those guys.
Yeah. I think so too.
I mean, Spider-Man's going to be ridiculous.
Realistically, what Xbox is going to do is come out and say, "Hey, by the way, we have the Xbox One Z that you can buy this year."
The Xbox One S365.
Yep. So that's realistically what I expect from Microsoft is another hardware addition that is totally irrelevant and totally pointless.
I mean, the One X, I get the One X.
The 4K gaming and upscaling and
the One S was pointless.
Yeah. Well, because it was a way to make some money.
Yeah, I mean, it was slimmer. Who cares?
Yeah, and it had 4K streaming too.
Oh, streaming.
Yeah, you could stream it in 4K, but it couldn't upscale the games like the X does.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I expect some kind of hardware attachment for Microsoft to announce that's going to cost them a ton of money. Yeah. Right.
Probably coming. Just saying.
Yeah, exactly. And those are my predictions. But I'm buying into Nintendo for E3. I'm selling Xbox and Microsoft, and that's my buying and selling.
Well, you just jumped into that out of nowhere.
Well, I was just trying to skip it. That's why.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. The only thing I bought recently, I'll just say it because whatever. And by bought, I traded some games in because I'm poor. I got Call of Duty World War II, which I'm like 7 months late to that game, but I love it. Like, it's there isn't a bunch of people flying around with exosuits and all that crap.
Okay.
Like it's a core shooter,
Okay.
So loving that. That's about it that I've bought recently.
Awesome.
I've yet to try the Mario Tennis.
There's a free demo that's available now, yeah.
Yeah, it's live right now. Everybody was playing it on YouTube last night, and I missed everybody. I hopped into Dave's stream, and he was like, "Let's go on a raid," and I'm like, "Well, crap." So yeah, hopefully that game's good. I haven't liked the Mario Tennis, but I think it looks cool.
It does look neat. I played the one for the GameCube, I think, or the Wii. I'm not.
The Wii U one I heard was absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I played one of them, and it was all right. And that's all I can say about it is that it was all right. It's not something that I'm stressing to pick up. But yeah, so So yeah, E3 is going to be an exciting time.
We're going to see some more Spyro.
That's true. We're going to see more Spyro gameplay. There was a short little chunk of gameplay that was flown around on Facebook too. That was just, it looked super smooth, and that was the problem with the Insane trilogy, was that the gameplay wasn't super intuitive, because they were 3 different games built on 3 different engines, and they tried to put them on one engine, and it didn't work out well.
In Spyro, I think, will be a different story, because from what I remember, they all relatively play the same.
They do. There wasn't a whole lot of stuff that was added,
because it's more of a 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3D platformer.
Yeah.
So that's going to be super exciting, and we'll see more of that as well. So, but yeah, this has been a great episode, and we're realistic with our E3 predictions. We don't think anything super crazy is coming down the pipeline. And
I think there will be some surprises, but
yeah, totally. There will totally be some surprises that look amazing, and we will cover them as they come.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we're really looking forward to it. Thanks for sticking around with us and having a conversation and listening to us on Geek Tavern Radio. We want to continue to stay engaged and have conversations with you. So we encourage you, join our Discord. Tell us what you think of our opinions. Tell us what you think of things that are going on in the industry. You can hop into the Discord. The link is in the show notes of this episode and every episode. So click that link, join the Discord. Mike Bundy, where can they find you?
Well, you can find me on the Twitters at Mike Bundy 316. And on Instagram, at MikeBundy316. And on YouTube, you can also find this episode if you just like having YouTube on, or YouTube Red even. You can find me, Mike Space Bundy, on YouTube. Where can I find you at there, Shill?
You can follow me on Twitter at Shill_DS. I try to tweet every day, different stuff that isn't always related to gaming. So you can check out my Twitter there. I do some motivational stuff to push people to bettering themselves and living their dreams and capabilities. You can follow our friend Dax on Twitter at DaxImunder, DaxiMunder. That's an MTG reference to a card called Thraximunder, I think is what it's called. I'm not sure. I
see what he did there.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, we are all able to talk to you through our Geek Tavern Twitter at Geek Tavern. Just follow us on there, and we will. Each of us is connected to that one specifically, and we will engage you there as well. Thanks for joining us, and make sure you go out there. You jump into E3, which is going to be an amazing time in the gaming industry, and you press start and keep on gaming.